Welcome, everyone, to the Firing the Man podcast. On today's episode, David and Ken give an in-depth overview of the new premium EBC feature that was just released on Amazon. Be sure to stay tuned to find out how you can access the premium EBC template that we are using in our own businesses. Ken, what's going on, man?
David, how you doing? I'm excited to be in the podcast. And excited to share with the listeners today about premium EBC. You know, it's this podcast will probably air in February 23. It's a new year. What can we do differently to make our product stand out? How can we get better conversions? And today, you're in store for a treat because we're going to cover Amazon's new premium EBC.
Definitely. I think to lay out some groundwork, what is EBC? Just what is it? So that is, it stands for Enhanced Brand Content. And when you're brand registered on Amazon, so that would mean you have a trademark and you've gone through the brand registry process, this is a special feature that Amazon gives you. And so for those of you that have shopped on Amazon, if you think about some listings that you've looked at that look really cool, under the bullet points, you can put big images. How would you describe EBC?
I think it's just more of a more interactive marketing description where, like you mentioned, you can do images, comparison charts. You can do a lot more. The standard Amazon product description is just text. And so it's this huge paragraphs of text. Well, that gets replaced with EBC or enhanced brand content. And there's modules, images, sliders, carousels, different things to increase conversions. Amazon wants people to buy stuff faster. And so in my mind, that's what EBC is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's, if you look at why are we super interested in this, it's conversion rate. If, 100 people come to your listing and 5 people end up buying, if you can increase that to 10 people buying, that is gold.
Doubled your revenue.
Yeah, you've doubled your revenue and you're doing the same thing. And so I saw our team put together some premium EBC this week, and it's cool. It's really cool. And let's dig into this. So Ken, can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So first we'll go over kind of the requirements, how to access it. And then we'll dig into the premium A+ content a lot. Sometimes you hear it being called A+, sometimes EBC. They're the same essentially. So if you hear us say A+, we just mean EBC or vice versa. So we'll talk about how to get access to it, and then we'll describe what it is. And then for anybody that listens to the entire episode, I don't think David announced this yet, but our designer, Josh, like David said, we're in the process of deploying premium EBC right now on one of our portfolio brands. And our designer, Josh, came up with a really killer template. And so he's actually, we're sharing it on our website. So if you want the template that we're using for our premium A+, you can go to firingtheman.com/premium, and it's a free download. We're just sharing it to give you some ideas and get you off the ground if you're wanting to deploy this quickly. So, okay, now how do you get access to premium A+? In order to get access to it, all of your ASINs in your catalog must contain a published A+ brand story. And if you don't have a brand story, you're missing out. And so what a brand story is, an A+ brand story, essentially it's a new feature. I can't remember how old it is. I think we've had it for about 6 months now. Essentially, it comes with several different modules. You can select however many you want and use however much you want, but there's image carousel modules, there's text-based carousel modules, and then there's a logo for your brand. And so it's just another way to identify your branding and also connect with, share with the customers what kind of a brand you are. What do you stand for? What do you offer? How can you help them along on their journey and really define your brand? So if you don't have a brand story, that's step one. Go write a brand story and then apply it to all of your ASINs. David, what's step two?
Yeah, so you need to have at least 15 A+ content project submissions in approved status within the past 12 months. And this is something that is, if you're split testing, this is something that you should have on hand. But if not, what you could do, if you were looking to kind of game the system, is upload, make minor tweaks, like minor improvements to your existing EBC, submit it, get it approved. Maybe make some more improvements, submit it, get it approved. And once you hit that 15, that is when you get the approved status, and that is in a trailing 12-month time frame. So one thing I want to note on this is premium A+ content is granted at the end of each month. So you'll be notified if you meet the criteria, and you will need to contact them for access.
Yeah, so just to clarify, at the end of every month, they check your account, and if you have 15 approved A+ pieces in the last 12 months, then you automatically will get access to that for the next month.
And one thing I want to clarify, you do not need to contact Amazon for access. I said that wrong. I just wanted to clear that up. So
yeah, they'll grandfather you in on the very next month as soon as you meet that criteria.
Definitely. All right, Ken, so why do we care? Why is this important?
Yeah, absolutely. So just like you alluded to earlier, David, conversion rate is critical. Like I'm huge on optimization and conversion rate optimization. And so adding this premium A+ should help you increase your conversion rate if you do it properly. There's a couple new really, really cool modules that they've introduced that I think are you can get very creative with it, and it'll really help describe your products to the shoppers and really let you stand out against your competitors. And so the quicker you can deploy this, the more, the quicker you can increase your conversion rate. And so, and right now it's free. I heard whispers from someone that prior to this being released to everybody for free, there were brands, high-end brands paying $250,000 to unlock this feature. And so now Amazon is allowing us to have this for free, at least for now. So go out and take advantage of it. Okay, so premium A+ content, it's going to increase your engagement, and the page experience is incredible, way better than the basic A+ content. You have more spots on the page or real estate you can take up, and Amazon describes it as richer media content, which means they've added some new modules, which we're going to cover here in a little bit. But it just essentially is your PDP or your product detail page. It shows up the same way regular EBC is. It just has new modules, and it covers more real estate. So, David, what are some of the new modules that it has, or some of the modules that it has?
Yeah, so it has an interactive hover hotspot module, which is really cool. You can toggle from image to image. It has multiple video modules, which this is huge. Video converts better, and so when you can put multiple videos up, why not take advantage of it? It has enhanced comparison charts, which when you're deciding what to compare it to your other products. So if they choose not to buy that one, maybe they buy a different one. And so those are really neat. And larger images on the detail page. Also has some carousel modules and a Q&A module. And so again, if you want to see the template that we're using, which our designer, Josh, is a creative wizard, that he put this together, go to firingman.com/premium to check it out. But I really do think there's going to be a benefit to early adopters here. We saw this with Amazon Posts a while ago. When that was first released, that was huge, and Amazon was driving traffic to it. Then everyone joined Amazon Posts, and it wasn't as good. And so, this just got released. So most likely your competitors have not taken advantage of this yet. And it's a good thing to jump on and, increase the value of your listings.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go over, Amazon has an A+ content or EBC. They have this comparison chart between the basic and the premium. And so I'm going to go over them and compare them to each other so you can kind of get an idea of the old one versus the upgraded one. So basic A plus has text and images, and so does premium. Now, one thing that premium has better than the basic A plus is the image size. The basic A plus image sizes are 970 by 300. The premiums are 1464 by 600. And so, they're almost double the size. So the image sizes are larger. They both have comparison charts. But the comparison chart on the premium has a couple more features and options than the old one. The premium A plus has 2 more modules that you can fit on the product detail page. The basic A plus you can only do 5, whereas the premium you can do 7 now. The basic A plus had 14 modules to pick from, all of the different modules. Premium A plus has added 5 new modules, so it has 19 different modules you can select from. Now you can deploy 7, but you have an option of 19 different ones. And then the 2 new features that Premium A Plus has that Basic does not is the video and hotspot. And so video modules are crucial. And there's a couple different tweaks to that you can do there. Our designer Josh told me to share with everybody that to put the video at the top or at the bottom of your layout, because the video will once it's done playing, it'll revert back. And so if you don't do that, if you put it in the middle, they're not going to see everything. And so as you're deploying these, try a couple different things, learn from it, and improve. Now, I thought the hotspot modules was really cool. It's an interactive hover hotspot. And so let's say you're selling a football helmet. And so you have a big picture of that football helmet on there. And let's say like some of your features are like a padded chin strap. And so you could put a little hover. So as someone hovers over that chin strap, it can pop out like a little bubble and say, hey, this is like, next level gel padding on the chin strap. And maybe like on the ear hole, maybe it's a larger ear hole as they hover, whatever. So like you can enhance your image with hover spots to show all of your features and show how that product's going to solve the customer's problem. And then the last one here is the navigation carousel, the carousel module. That is a completely new module. We've tested it. We're tweaking ours a little bit, and it's definitely different, but I think it's super helpful. And the slider is a little bit it's different. And so one thing also to share, and this is like a next level tips and tricks. I think, David, the last time we checked our stats, I think we're at like above 70% of our sales come from mobile. And so as you're designing your A plus content, design from mobile and then verify that it works for desktop. Don't do it the other way around. And so this is something that we've had to kind of switch over in that last year or so, is we're always designing stuff for desktop and then just verifying if it works for mobile. If you're doing that, switch it, please. The more of your sales are likely coming from mobile. And so design for mobile and then verify that it works for desktop. So, David, you want to cover some of the maybe some of the FAQs and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I want to add to what you were talking about was video. So we've put quite a bit of resources behind like getting videos on all of our listings, and we know it's important. Well, where does Amazon currently, without Premium EBC, where does Amazon make you put those? Behind your 8th image. Like a shopper really has to like seek it out to find the video. And so I like that this is an opportunity to just lay it out there, and they don't have to work to find it. You put it right in front of them. And so I'm really excited about that. And we put a lot of effort into the video, so it'll be good for more people to see those.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what converts better? An image or a video, David?
Video every time.
Absolutely.
Every time. So, and when I think of my own shopping, I like to watch the videos. I do. And that's a helpful thing in making a decision. And so, really excited about that and excited to see the results. So, there were a couple FAQs that we pulled out that we think would be incredibly helpful to this episode. And so we're going to run through those. The first is, what is the cost? And I want to read you the exact thing that Amazon put out, because there's a couple key things here. They say access to premium A+ features will be available to you at no cost during this promotional period for all ASINs registered to your brand. Now, that tells me that at some point they are going to charge for this. And so my hope is that during this promotional period, we can get all of our listings in here and will be grandfathered in. But there was really no mention of cost. And so at this stage, so we're excited about this. And yeah, I really think that's going to be helpful. So,
yep.
Ken, can you talk a little bit about eligibility criteria?
Yeah, absolutely. So we covered a little bit earlier. We'll go over it again really quick. You have to be brand registered, meaning you have to have a trademark, apply for brand registry once you're in there. You need to create a brand story and then apply it to all of your ASINs. And then you need to have 15 approved A+ contents in your account over the last 12 months. Once you have this, then you're automatically at the beginning of the next month. You should automatically be entered into or enrolled into the program. And so the way to see that is go into your navigate into Seller Central, go to your dashboard for A+. Under the I think it's under the advertising drop down. Go to A+, open that up, and at the very top it says you've been enrolled in Premium A+, and then you can just go in there and start designing. So yeah.
You know, I want to circle back on the cost piece of this. So I had mentioned there's this promotional period that's undefined. And so as we read a little deeper into the FAQs, there's something I want to add. So it says, at the conclusion of this promotional period, we may disable your ability to add premium A+ modules to new ASINs. However, any premium A+ content published to ASINs during the promotional period will remain on the detail page free of charge. And so this promotional period, at least from what I've researched, have not seen that defined on when does it end. But it looks like if you get in early, you can have this premium A+ content up on your listings free of charge and be grandfathered in.
That's very interesting. So I did not see that. And so, yeah, I would say jump on it quickly and get as many of, if your brand's not eligible yet, go through all of there and get it eligible, get into the program and deploy them as fast as you can. Because it sounds like once they're on there, they're not going to charge you for them. And so you never know what Amazon's going to do, and they like to charge us for everything they can. And so, it'd be good to get out in front of that one. So, David, any other FAQs you want to cover, or do we have pretty much everything?
I think we've covered them. So, to our listeners, if you're brand registered, definitely check this out. I think this is some low-hanging fruit, and really it takes a little bit of extra work, but you're improving your existing listings and your existing listing health. And at the end of the day, you're not meeting the customer. You're not shaking their hand and telling them about the product. You have a listing to do that for you. And with this feature, that allows you to do that job in a more productive way.
Yeah, absolutely. And one last piece, two. First one, as you're designing your your premium A+, I think David mentioned it earlier. Like, see if you can come into the mindset of a customer, of a shopper. What would convert you to a buyer from a shopper? And what are the people always talk about features and benefits, but how can that product make that person's life better? How can it add value to that person's life? And see if you can speak to that in your premium A+ and convert. Secondly, and last thing is, if you want to take a peek at our designer Josh's new template that we're deploying for Premium A+, we have a free download. It's firingtheman.com/premium. Go get it. It's free.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.